Hello again, everyone. We are here doing the lessons of A Course in Miracles, and today is lesson number 233. And wow, what a journey this has been. So today is the day that I'm going to get started on my journey of no longer living in a house and being nomadic for a little bit. And the title of today's lesson is I Give My Life to God to Guide Today. Interesting, right? I love the way the lessons line up with life. Also, the tide is extremely low here on the Delaware. Normally, there's water like right here. I mean, there were ducks swimming basically right up to my feet earlier. So, in my last couple of videos. So it's really interesting that all these things are happening today. I don't totally understand the tide business all that much. I mean, around the same time, the past few days, there's been so much more water here. So I need to learn more about the moon and how these things work. But either way, I feel like there's a message here somehow, and I'm sure that will come to me at some point today. All right, so here we go. We're doing the Course in Miracles, and it is sunrise. It's very misty and very peaceful and calm this morning. I give my life to God to guide today. Father, I give you all my thoughts today. I would have none of mine. In place of them, give me your own. I give you all my acts as well, that I may do your will instead of seeking goals which cannot be obtained and wasting time in vain imaginings. Today I come to you. I will step back and merely follow you. Be you the guide, and I the follower, who questions not the wisdom of the infinite, nor love whose tenderness I cannot comprehend, but which is yet your perfect gift to me. Today, we have one guide to lead us on, and as we walk together, we will give this day to him with no reserve at all. This is his day, and so it is a day of countless gifts and mercies unto us. And that is lesson 233 from A Course in Miracles. Let us see what A Year of Forgiveness has to say about this particular teaching. I give my life to God to guide today. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one you know as Jesus. We would like you to do an experiment today. Stop giving people your opinions and stop judging. That is also giving your opinion about your life. Take a whole day to walk in absolute acceptance of everything that needs to be done because you have assigned yourself some tasks, everything that occurs to you as an inspired idea. Accept today as a perfect day without any complaints, judgments, or resistance. Oh, that is a big ask, but it's very possible. If you get a phone call from an annoying relative saying, we would like you to come to dinner, we challenge you to say, okay. That would mean you're not resisting what is coming your way. Perhaps the complaints and the judgments you have about your relatives are more a reflection of you than them. And perhaps if you go to that dinner in your state of radical acceptance, you will see that the problem is in your mind. It may be that you are the judgmental one, you are the impatient one, and you are the intolerant one. Remember, the ego projects. The ego accuses everybody else of what you are doing. That is how it hides from you the biggest faults and distortions of your mind. It blames other people. During a day of radical acceptance, you say, today I stop projecting, blaming, and judging. I stop blaming others. And I own my thoughts. I look at them and keep them in my mind so that I can actually see what's going on. Yeah, that's interesting. And keep them in my mind. I guess that means don't blurt it out, don't say it. That's been a huge skill for me to develop, is to not just say exactly what's on my mind. I used to think it was cool not to have a filter. Like, wow, I'm so not afraid to say things. But there were times where saying things was really unnecessary and hurtful. So having that ability to pause a little bit is good. Now, I will say in the last couple of days, with a huge amount of stress and preparing to move, a lot of things have come out of my mouth that were not thought about, and I definitely could have kept in my mind, but I forgive myself, and today I'm going to let God guide me. So we're going to have a new start. This is something very few of you ever do. This is something very few of you ever do. You rarely go through your day saying, everything is exactly as it should be, so I will relax. I will fully participate in every experience I have today because it is here and it is happening. In that radical acceptance, observation, love, and non-judgment and forgiveness, you will have an opportunity to see some of the lessons in your life that you are perhaps missing because you're resistant to the lesson that's coming your way. Ooh, speaks for me. Yep. This is what enlightened beings do. Enlightened beings go through each day accepting experiences and people as they are, owning their feelings, and seeing that the entire experience of their day takes place within its and is determined by their consciousness. All right, I'm going to read that again. Enlightened beings go through each day accepting experiences and people as they are, owning their feelings, and seeing that the entire experience of their day takes place within inside of our minds and is determined by their consciousnesses, the values, lenses, and distortions through which they view the world. That is really, really a complex and important little grouping of ideas that is laid out for us. So I would say read that paragraph a couple times. On this day of radical acceptance, witness where you go to judge something and then stop judging. Then say, aha, there is something. There is something I want to judge. What about that thing is bothering me? That bothering me is in my mind. It's not out there. It is not in that thing. It is in me. I want to see where my lack of acceptance resides. This is what a day of total acceptance gives you. It shows you where your upsets reside. It shows you where your resistances reside. And it shows you where your fears have control of your decision-making process. I am that one you know as Jesus, and we will speak to you again tomorrow. Yeah, this moving process has shown me a lot about my fears and what's going on inside of my mind. And to hear some of the things that came out of my mouth over the past few days, it's like, wow. There's definitely some beliefs in there and some judgments in there that I didn't really know existed. So in a way, it's like a litmus test. If you put yourself into a situation that a lot is happening really quickly and a lot of decisions have to be made, like you're really just putting yourself through a gauntlet, a lot will come out that you don't have in your normal, comfortable, state. So at the end of the day, I'm grateful for all of it and for the repair work that will be done as we move forward on our trip here. Yeah, but I'm going to let God guide me today. And I will be making some videos when we get started. It's still kind of quiet over there by the house, so I don't want to walk over and start getting excited and talking yet. But yeah, I'll be sharing stuff along the way on our trip. Our first stop is going to be Sandusky, Ohio. We're leaving New Jersey in a few hours, so we should be there. It'll be the evening, but it's a 9-hour drive on day one. So I'll let you know if that is accomplished and whatever comes along the way. And yeah, I'll be keeping up with the videos to the best of my ability and doing these lessons and doing 40 days and 40 nights. Because, let's just do a lot of spiritual stuff together. All right, everyone, have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.